wish to travel across the lake, you may return to either shore and summon me with that.
Thanks, hulking lungfish. You know, you really aren't as hideous as people say.
You may call me now by my true name, Rasputin. The name given to me by my people.
And what name is that, noble lake creature?
Linda.
What a magical lady.
This brings us to the opposite shore of Lake Oblongata, home of Thorny Towers, Asylum for the Disturbed. It's also very much night, and I did not notice until I did this that there are screaming faces in the clouds, so that's pleasant.
I don't think I want to put this bracelet on just yet. I think Lily and I need to talk about our relationship first.
You probably also have to save her from the crazy guy who wants to suck out her brains. Just saying.
Have you crows seen a... Hey, I was talking to you, jerks! Hey, could you guys hold still for a minute?
Now, right up there, if I can remember what power I actually want to use, there we go, is a card. And the asylum is actually populated with, new cards and challenge markers. It's also populated by this guy.
Huh? Who are you working for?
What? I'm with the Psychonauts.
The who? Oh, that doesn't fit in. That doesn't fit in at all. Maybe I've got this all wrong. Okay, but... Oh, no, wait. I mean, the dairy industry.
Who do you work for?
I'm the guard. I've been fully trained. Or else maybe...
You gotta let me in. My friend's in there.
Sorry, the Milkman has the key. I am not the Milkman. I'm the guard. In conjunction with the dog track regulators.
Huh.
With the full...
Yes,
I'm locked on the outside and I'm
Well,
locked
let's just
on
jump
the
over,
inside.
right? Holy crap, that is a tall gate.
Yeah. With the full blessing of the psycho... What's its...
Very tall
conjunction
gate.
The doctors back at the clinic, have been fixing oil prices, and they obviously, those Bermuda Triangle sharks.
Let's see if we can't, tickle torture this guy and talk to us.
No, wait, I mean, the dairy industry.
Worked.
Where's the Milkman?
I'll bet he's sleeping on the job. His milk is delicious. Everybody wants it. He'll be here soon. Then the lies will end.
You gotta let me in. My friend's in there.
Sorry, the Milkman has the key. I am not the Milkman. I'm the guard.
Maybe if I clamp down his skull with this.
I'm telling you, I don't know where the Milkman is.
I think you do.
The dairy industry, with the full blessing of the military-industrial complex. They call it the Pelican. The Pelican knows the danger of plastics. The dairy industry. No, wait. I mean, Hernando and the kid with the goggles in conjunction with the intelligence community.
You gotta let me in. My friend's in there.
Sorry, the Milkman has the key. I am not the Milkman. I'm the guard. Hernando and the fluoride producers, who are the puppet masters of foreign toy makers.
I guess you know what that means. There we go.
Are not to be trusted. Yeah! Not another tracking device. perfect, isn't it?
Yes.
Almost complete. Just a few missing pieces.
Yes, now, which piece talks about the Milkman? The one who opens the asylum gate?
But it's all about the Milkman. Can't you see?
Is this like one of those 3D paintings? I can never do those.
No, you just gotta learn to see it like I see it. There's something in the fridge that might help you see the world like I do.
Ooh, sorry, I don't drink. Before noon, I mean.
But of course you know all this because you're Australian. No. Hi, Mom. Look at me. I'm tangled in a web of deception. How's Uncle G? The squirrels. Ate a whole jar of olives with foreign toy makers.
Hey, where's the door?
On the front. Like most refrigerators. This milk can't stay fresh forever. Can I really be the only person who sees this? Of course the milk's got spider webs in it. Taste it. The fluoride producers. And that little fat kid with the bunny have been living off the teat.
Hey, where's the door?
The media? No, wait, I mean, my first cat, Seymour. Oh, made a deal back in '68 with all those stupid crows. Wait, why did I say that? The truth is sleeping in a glass box. I wonder if I'm on camera right now. Huh? What?
The Milkman's dead? Ah, crud.
Burned up in a department store fire. Didn't you hear? At least that's what the media would have you believe. Is he dead or not? Go to the graveyard. Dig him up. Oh, you'll find something all right. But it's neither man nor milk. Who are merely the pawns of...
Where is the Milkman?
Well, he's not in the graveyard, so that's the first place you should look. I'd go down there myself. But I can't get in. Operatives, optics, ocularities everywhere. The dog track regulators. Everything. Wait, and sure as the nose on my face. Be careful. They're watching. All the time.
Okay. Now, how am I gonna find some creepy graveyard in this nice, normal neighborhood?
Well, welcome to Mr. Cooper's neighborhood, also known as the Milkman Conspiracy. This is, quite a level. As you can see, it's basically a regular old neighborhood, nothing too odd about it. Everybody has barbed wire around their backyards and their front fences, and of course the neighbors are running around with radar, and the trash cans have eyes.
Hey, are you following me?
Alright, this is a little disconcerting. least there's some happy kids being watched by
That's strange.
security flamingos. So, the Milkman conspiracy is composed primarily of the central street, which we were just on, and several of these houses, both the exteriors that we can run around in and steal things from, and the interiors, which, as you saw, are mostly populated by a few figments and not much else. These devices are
That's strange.
watching us at all times, but they never really manage to act on their suspicions. Also, that fellow seems to be having his TV stolen. It's very sad. Have a look at that later. For now, our objective, as Boyd told us, is to find the graveyard.
Caution, men
And to
working.
get the graveyard, we have to, well, walk through everything else. And steal this guy who stole a cookie. There isn't a whole lot inside of these houses. Each of them does have a refrigerator, which has a few pickups, but other than getting the figments, there's not a whole lot of reason to go in there. Most of the time.
Look at that woman's breasts. They're large. Stop. Road crew workers only beyond the yellow line.
You guys are road crew workers?
Yes, we work on the road with these red signs.
I see. Well, do you guys know where the Milkman is?
Why do you ask that question? Are you the milkman?
Do I look like a milkman to you?
That information is restricted to the road crew. Please move along.
Huh.
No,
Hey, I'm just gonna walk through, okay?
sorry, road crew only.
Yeah,
Thank goodness it is Friday. The road is out, and we are working on it.
I think we might as well just walk
Stop.
through.
Come with us. Who is the milkman? What's the milkman like? Is he nice in person? Did you burn down the department store? What happened inside that house?
Did I what?
Being on a road crew is arduous, but rewarding. My red sign helps me work on the road. Stop.
Right,
This is a
so
restricted
this is
area.
the gimmick of this particular level. We are given
I'm just gonna
these
walk through,
restricted
okay?
areas watched over by the
I
G-Men,
cannot
as they're
wait until
called.
the next payday.
And as you can see, when we
Slow
look
to
at them,
15
they
miles
seem
per
to have no idea who we are, which makes perfect sense. But throughout the level, there are these items.
I am on the road crew. This is my stop sign.
And as long as you have an item that corresponds to the correct G-Man, depending on where you are, they won't see you as an outsider
Dangerous
or an
conditions
invasive
ahead.
force. They will see you
I am
as
on the
one of
road crew.
theirs.
This is my stop sign.
Yes, we are all on the road crew. Our backs are killing us.
As you can see, we are now on the road crew. This is my sign.
I work on the road crew.
Yep.
Hello, fellow
Actually,
road
the
crew
surveillance,
worker. Welcome to the road crew.
the general surveillance things from the mailboxes and trash
I am
cans,
on
I
the road
believe,
crew.
will
This is my
actually see
stop
the same
sign.
thing as the G-Men.
Yes, we are all on the road crew. Our backs are killing us.
Oh, somebody's selling lemonade. There's also a surveillance bird up there. Kind of weirdly, the surveillance flamingos won't see anything different. I'm not sure if that means something or if they just didn't bother programming in for the flamingos, but there you go. Now, I have to admit, getting figments in this level is a bit of a pain, if only because so many of them are located in the interiors here that you can't really just canvas the level very easily. If you miss anything, you basically have to walk inside every single house all over again.
I can listen to any phone conversation that I want, but do not because of my sense of professional responsibility.
Now, as you can see, this fellow
Hello?
is not part of the road crew. He
Hey,
is...
I'm just gonna walk through, okay?
Please stay back. There is a severe electrocution danger.
He is working on the phone
I am
lines,
fixing
but
the
I think he
telephone
wants to be in a
lines.
marching band. You go, guy.
These are my hedge trimmers. They help me maintain my hedge. My good landscaping adds to the property value of the entire neighborhood. Cutting the bush does not hurt it.
Now, we also
I wear
encounter here a
sunscreen while
house
cutting
that
hedges
we,
to prevent melanomas
we
from
can't
forming on
enter
my skin.
until we've
Hedges become unruly over
tricked
time
these
and
guys.
need to be trimmed. Stop. This is a restricted area.
If we try and just force our way in, they will catch us before we can get there, so it's really best to just not,
This is a restricted area.
not try and explore too much until we have our sword swallowing equipment.
I take pride in my well-landscaped. Stop. This is a restricted area.
But there's plenty more areas to look into. Hello?
Hello, sir. I am a rainbow squirt. Would you like to buy a box of my delicious rainbow treats?
I would buy some cookies, but I don't have any milk. Do you have any idea where I could buy some milk for my cookies?
Ah! Creepy man!
And for some reason, despite the fact that the rainbow squirt
Excuse me, but I'm looking for the milkman.
is
Stop talking to me! You're going to get me in trouble!
not exactly keen on talking to us, she will stalk us until we find some way to lose her. She seems to think that we are also a milk thief. Intriguing. Ugh, stole the trampoline. Sorry. See no freak back there. Instantly know you have no control whatsoever over those, Dutch angles inside the houses. Very interesting use of them, by the way. Dutch angles, I mean, not houses. Yay! I don't really use TK, but yay! You can also see that there are several of these black cars located around the houses, and most of them actually just contain... Oh, there's a guy. Taking a very dangerous stroll. Most of them just contain arrowheads, but some of them do
I like
have
to trim hedges.
the good stuff, like the hedge trimmers. Interestingly, the rainbow squirt does not get tricked by our very clever hedge trimmer disguise. She will always see Raz as the
Testing.
milk thief.
1, 2. Come work on the phone lines with us.
I like to
No,
trim
I'll
hedges.
It is a good day for that activity you mentioned. Please join me. Cutting the bush does not hurt it. I am trimming this hedge.
Well, let's see what they're hiding in here. Seems an awful lot to go to.
I am
Awful
famous
lot of
for my
trouble to go
pie-making
to.
abilities.
Oh,
Jerry
They are
is a
hiding-
flavor of pie.
a pie maker and a purse.
This is my house, and I am responsible for its upkeep.
I like to trim hedges.
Why don't you go do that then, somewhere else?
Interestingly, from what I recall on the PS2 version at least, the two in the back are
Over
not
time, my husband
there
will
at
desire me less sexually, but he will always enjoy my pies.
all.
Come with us. What is your relation to Cooper? Who is the milkman? What is the purpose of the goggles? What did the rainbow squirt tell you? Where did you get the red sign? What happened inside that house?
Right, okay, we'll have to come back later when we have a rolling pin. There are certain areas where you are technically able to dash through
We are responsible
if you don't have the
for
right
its
disguise, but places that are holding particular power-ups, or the actual way to get through the rest of the level will catch you. If you either don't have the right disguise, lose your disguise, or use a psychic power on the crew. Without a disguise, actually. There's something else back there.
The most pleasant sewers can be found in Paris, France.
Hey, I'm just gonna walk through, okay?
The sewers are not safe for civilians, and they smell very bad.
Sir? Sir, I don't think that's how you use a plunger.
This is a restricted area.
Yeah, that's another one of the areas that we're not allowed to really explore.
Got it!
Until we have found our inappropriately used plungers.
This hat box needs a hat box tag.
And the level layout here is actually kind of interesting in that it's, most of the levels will provide you with the tag for each piece of emotional baggage well before or shortly after you find the emotional baggage. This level in particular stuck out at me because,
I wish my loved
doesn't
one
really do
was not
that.
dead, but alive.
Hey, I'm just gonna walk through, okay?
Sorry, we widows are busy grieving in here. I am
Well,
alone now.
we found the
and
graveyard.
grieving.
It's filled with grieving widows. But we don't have any means of pretending to be a grieving widow ourselves, so... So that just means that we have to burn down the department wait. What?
Yep.
There's also an extra life over here. This level is actually very dangerous. There isn't much by way of traditional
This guy
enemies.
needs a duffel bag tag.
Oh, no, duffel bag. There isn't much by way of traditional enemies, but as you can tell, the entire thing, it takes place in a massive abyss. You don't lose a life by getting caught by the G-Men or anything, but if you fall off the edge, you'll die immediately. There's no
Stop.
there's no fall damage or anything.
I
Just
have no flowers.
you're just dead.
Initiating arrest sequence.
The graveyard you can run through like that.
This is my watering can. I use it on the plants to water them.
Hey, I'm just gonna walk through, okay?
Unless you have water for my plants, then we have no use for you in here. I enjoy watering. I am watering.
Huh. So, we've seen the graveyard, and now we need a means to get into the graveyard without getting caught. That means, quite fortunately, is actually right through, here. You can see... flowers. The flowers are back there. Now, there's no means of getting around this way. But there is a child, so let's just grab that. And there's not really a means of getting around this way either. But there's a crow.
Seen any suspicious characters around here lately?
And the crow drops a crow feather. And, just like the crow feather, back in the real world, we can kind of make use of this thing. But not in the way that we could before. This crow feather actually gives us a clairvoyant look through the eyes of the crow now that it's left. And it will show us the, solution to our little puzzle here. It's not much. See, when you open that gate, the central gate stays open, but when it gets closed, then the central gate closes. So all you have to do is just open it, hop right on over. Of note is the fact that the crow feather back in the real world can
I'm a
also be
grieving widow.
used as a clairvoyance device, and it will show you the location of the pirate spy scope that we already have. It's useful if you just don't know what's up there and happen to find the crow feather and think back to this great moment in the Milkman conspiracy. Also, the gravitational pull of this level is very odd, and I'm never entirely sure if it's safe to jump from these right side up houses to ones that are sideways by comparison, or if I'll just fall into an abyss and die. Fortunately, the level is small enough that it doesn't really cut into your time that much if you just want to make sure that you don't, you know, wind up falling up. Which is a very real thing that could happen. All that said, I'm gonna do a trick jump! That was not a very good trick, but there it was. It's mine. I just wanted that antenna. This also kind of served as a shortcut back to the cemetery, but that's not my primary concern at the moment. Instead, I'd like to go down to the end of this street, infiltrate the remainder of the cars,
but I'm looking for the Milkman.
Stop
and
talking to me!
get attacked by
You're
rainbow
going to
squirts.
get me in trouble! Ow! I'm only trying to make money for our organization, sir!
Sure you are. A little bit concerning here is that the further we go into the level, the more rainbow squirts begin appearing, and I'm not entirely sure what that entails. So our first little island was free of them, then we found one. Now there are two right next to each other, and there's more.
Got it!
Across this particular section of the street. It's a little bit... I don't trust Girl Scouts very much to begin with.
Yep.
I mean, let's be honest, nobody selling cookies that delicious could possibly be on the up and up. Damned if I don't want some Samoas right now, though. Oh, there's another one. In a deep conversation with that bush. And we can see one of the traveling squirts trying to congregate on our position.
Excuse me, but I'm looking for
There's
the
another
Milkman.
one.
Stop talking to me!
Reporting to the bush. Here's another car that we can breed up. Ah. A watering can. Now, back around here is a rather dangerous figment in the form of that tree. It's, well, you saw how close it was to the edge, and if you just overstep your boundary a little bit, you're plummeting pretty quick. Now, this is, well, the entrance to the post office. And unfortunately, we don't have the code to getting in there just
I'm
yet.
just gonna walk through, okay?
Stop. This is a restricted area. Stop. This is
Also,
a restricted
unfortunately, that
area.
guy just doesn't have particularly unique dialogue. But he does know the reset code. Huh. Another extra life in case you happen to kill yourself trying to get that tree figment. I'm really not joking, that thing is very dangerous, and I think is one of two figments that is worth 8 points in this level. Neat thing, you can clairvoyance the number pad and it makes Raz look like a giant finger. Because it's a number pad, it wants you to punch in numbers. It's kind of cute. As long as we have our watering can...
It is a good day for watering plants.
That
That is a fine watering can. May I ask how much you paid for it?
I'm watering.
Me too. Perhaps we can swap watering tips. That is a fine watering can. That is a fine watering can. May I ask how much you paid for it? May I ask how much you paid for it?
These guys are really interested in this.
May I...
Now, quite conveniently, this particular house is not
I'm
all
watering.
that odd, but it does have the rolling
I am making a pie.
Come with us. Who is the Milkman? What's your favorite color? What is the purpose of the goggles? What happened inside that house? Why did you punch that little girl? What did the rainbow squirt tell you?
Well, that's why I punched her, but she didn't tell me anything. Getting arrested will just kick you back to your last checkpoint, which, again, the level's not too big, so it'll never take more than maybe a minute to get back to where you were going. And yes, that was quite intentional. Now, before we head back to use that rolling pin and get that ammo up that our lovely pie-making housewife was holding on to...
Sad widow. I see that you are grieving. I will give you your space.
I am a grieving widow.
I am your sister in grief.
I love the ones who are actually trying to put on a show here.
I wish my
I like the
loved
ones that
one
are
was
golfing,
not
too.
dead, but alive.
I like that these figments are zombies. Not really sure what that means, but...
This must be the milkman's grave. But it's completely overgrown with vines. How am I going to get in there?
Well, vines are plants, and plants are flammable.
I am sad. Boo-hoo.
Yes!
The dead
Burn!
people are underground, and I
Hope
have
no
brought
one notices
flowers
all this
because
fire.
I am sad.
Fortunately, being a pyrokinetic widow is not
I do not
all
know
that
whether to be married
strange, so
or to remain loyal to my
well,
loved
they haven't
one.
really noticed anything. And just real quick before I leave this area, I want to hand the duffel bag his tag back. There we go. Now he's happy. Right, Milkman.
I see that you are grieving. I will give you your space. What were you doing in the cemetery? Are you a grieving widow? Where are your flowers? What did you find in the mausoleum? Who is the Milkman?
That book you found was dynamite. Blows the whole thing wide open.
It does?
Yes, I knew it. I was completely wrong about everything, but now I've got it. That book came from the book depository. They must want to make us think that's where they want us to go, because they think we'll think we know they know we know, so we won't go.
So, I shouldn't go to the book depository?
Of course you're going to the book depository. Take the sewers. Watch out for watchers and radioactives and perpetrators. Some of those sewer workers are involved, I think. You'll need one of these.
Now we're talking.
It's fake. It will help you fit in around the other assassins.
Assassins? Wait a second.
Beware the cows! Not all milk is enriched.
It's fake. I'm worried the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
It's okay, Raz. It's okay. Now, we mostly
red sign helps me
explored
work on the
vicinity. We mostly explore the vicinity. We just need to figure out where a plunger could possibly be. Also, I seem to have forgotten what the hell I'm doing. Got it.
I'm on the road crew. This is my stop sign.
Hello, fellow road crew worker. Welcome to the road crew.
But while we're here, I might as well go investigate the pie maker.
I can climb telephone poles.
I like to trim hedges.
Come work on the phone lines with us.
I am making a pie.
Yes, I am.
Hello, welcome to my house. Please stay and make pie. My stories are about to come on.
Anyway, he was hiding
When
an
my
ammo
husband
up.
drinks excessively, I may
back
threaten
there.
him with this rolling pin, though we still love each other very much.
I am making a pie.
I hope you are not trying to steal my husband, tramp.
Yes. Time to actually remember to,
I like to trim hedges.
I am glad you are here
Leave.
to help me trim these hedges.
And needless to say, the only place that's really left to investigate is
Stop. This is a restricted
those
area.
guys. Is our dear friend the postal office. But we never found a code to be able to get inside there. That's because I see the figment. Alright, I'm good. Sorry. That's because this is a somewhat clever little puzzle. You saw the G-Man came out last time we tried to enter a code and it was invalid. And he covers up the things that we can't see what he's doing. So from this point on, it's just a matter of jacking his sight. And there we go. Now we're inside a very dark and understaffed post office. Populated by a cobweb and a
Got it!
and a picture of a thing. Now, this area is also pitch black, but same as the post office exterior puzzle. We just need to hijack one of the cameras, and we'll be able to steer our way through. I think it's technically possible to get through here without a camera, but there's so much junk in the way you'll probably just wind up smashing into it the entire time. And of course,
I work in
there's
the
a
sewers.
toilet in the basement where they keep the coffins and the medieval flails and the bombs. Sure, why not? Anyway, we're all good, so we should be able to infiltrate the sewers now. Hey, wanna go? Of course, the Rainbow Squirch is still waiting for us. I may be mistaken here, but similar to the way that the G-Men and the Pie Maker's corner didn't exist before, I'm pretty sure that this particular area didn't have this abundance of rainbow squirts in the console version. It might just be a rendering issue. It If I'm correct, I might be misremembering completely. Still interesting. Now that we are equipped with our plunger, we should be ready to go down the sewers. I also still don't have this guy's
hat box needs a hat box tag.
They're just sad.
I work in the sewers.
Hello, sewer worker. I think I met you at the union meeting.
I work in the sewers.
As do I. We must stick together against those who would judge us. The sewer carries human waste. Feces. I need to prevent blockages, and this device is one of my tools. There are no documented cases of alligators found alive in sewers.
Which means there are documented
Due to
cases
illegal
of
disposal
alligators
of hazardous
found
materials,
dead in
sewer water
sewers.
is often highly radioactive.
Doesn't really assuage my fears about alligators in my bathroom.
They got Freddy. Poor Freddy. He was such a good secret agent. I mean, assassin. Who is shooting at us? I like to shoot people.
That's a lot of
I
assassins.
am in charge of assassinating important figures.
Shouldn't you guys be at the grassy knoll?
Sometimes I work for the government.
It's fake. I'm worried the other
My gun
assassins
is
are gonna
clean.
make fun of me.
Watch out, fellow assassin. There seems to be someone shooting at us from that tower.
Yeah, this particular ascent is actually,
It's fake.
an
I'm worried
insta-kill.
the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
If you can't figure out how to get by here easily and effectively, you'll just die.
Sometimes I work for the government.
And you absolutely need to have the shield
fake.
on you.
I'm worried
You
the other
cannot use
assassins are gonna make
invisibility.
fun of me.
The assassin
Don't broadcast
in the
that
book
fact.
depository will see you.
Watch out, fellow assassin. There seems to be
And I'm
someone shooting at us from
Pretty
that tower.
yeah, you can't levitate through here. You're not fast enough to evade it before you, you know, the getting shot in the head thing happens. I've had situations where I need to shield several times coming up here, but today I got lucky and just needed to evade it once. Ransack the place before we go.
Freeze! Don't come any closer. I'll never tell you the location of the Milkman. Never!
Okay, let's all just settle down and talk.
Ah!
Where is the Milkman? Who is the Milkman? What is the mission of the Milkman?
Come closer. And I'll tell you.
Glad I never bought any of those. The view from up here is pretty good, but I still can't see enough. I need a way to get even higher. Like super high. As if I were flying. I know! Maybe I could find some stilts.
That was kind of morbid.
Stop, helicopter! Land and let me in. I want to see the view from up there, please.
Aha! Oh. Well, needless to say, we've got the clairvoyance badge for a reason.
I am a helicopter pilot. I like to fly helicopters. We are looking for the Milkman. We don't know where he is. Helicopters can go up and down.
Man, these guys are dumb. Hey, wait. What's that? I'll bet that's him. The Milkman.
Helicopters move sideways too, but not as fast as planes.
He's on that remote island over there. What the heck is that sound?
Oh, telephone.
Hello?
Who is the Milkman?
Boyd, is this you? I think I found the Milkman.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Who is this?
Okay, from now on, your name isn't Boyd. It's Royd, because you're such a big pain in my butt.
If you see a lady tossing her cookies, run away.
Now, we're almost clear of the level, but because we got that telephone, we might as well head backwards to the first, to one of the first guys we saw, the fellow who was doing some very interesting stunts with this telephone earlier. The assassins still haven't left the vicinity, though, so we're gonna have to rifle our
I'm
way
worried
through.
the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
My gun is clean.
But his gun is clean, so it's okay.
I am found on rooftops, in clock towers, and book
You
depositories.
can see the isolated island way up there. And we'll be heading there, again, right after I take care of this little outstanding.
I
I need to
skilled phone
prevent
repairer.
blockages, and this device is one of my tools. Come work on the phone lines with us.
I am a skilled phone repairer.
Glad to have you here on the job.
There's another little isolated island out
I can listen
there.
to any phone conversation that I want, but do
So-
not because of my sense of professional responsibility.
It looks like a little playground. And it has some very, very interesting things for us. Not just these last figments, but it has our hatbox tag. It has our last memory vault in the area. And it also has a 1-up, as you can see glowing right over here. Now, well, it's nice of the coach to give Boyd another chance at his security guarding skills. Just make sure you pick up everything off that island, because getting over to it is kind of a pain in the butt. It's also really, really easy to overshoot that jump and just send yourself off from the abyss. Not that I've done
I
it
can
multiple
climb
times,
telephone poles.
of course. Now, I also noticed at this point that I was missing quite a few figments.
The most
I actually
pleasant
decided
stores
not
can
to
be
pursue
found in
them
Paris, France.
immediately. Just
Due
in
to
case
illegal
they
disposal
were
of
actually
hazardous materials, sewer
putting the
water
figments
is
all
often
on one
highly
page, but
radioactive.
no, it turns out that I just missed them.
I work in the sewers.
We'll be
This
back in a
job
moment.
is
then.
unsavory, sewer worker, but it must be performed I think I by miss someone. someone.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a ton of
I am
figments
found
over
on
here.
rooftops, in clock
I'm not supposed to have
towers,
seen
and
them
book
yet.
depositories.
So anyway, we're gonna go right on ahead. onto this island, but first,
I do not kill.
I'd actually like to
money.
take care of those outstanding figments, so if you'll excuse me,
And
I'd actually talk to Boyd.
And he waits.
Get his opinion on a few things.
Oh, if I'm invisible, then why is everyone looking at me?
Hey, I found the Milkman.
Big deal. I knew where he was the whole time. Getting past the redhead. That's the problem.
I am a skilled phone repairer.
Who-
Hey, phone's for you.
Get that away from me! I never talk on the phone. That's how they get your location. Some sort of power.
Stop, helicopter!
You know-
Land and let me in.
Oh.
Hey, I found the Milkman. I like to trim it. Hey, I found the Milkman. I am Are these a clue?
Flowers to put on the grave of the truth. For those who mourn the loss of democracy, all them haters. Wow.
I work in the
Right.
sewer. Look at this plunger I found in the basement of the post office.
Yeah, that's the exact model they used to kill the ambassador with in '63. The doctors back at the clinic.
It's fake. Do you have a real one of these? Like the kind that shoots bullets?
Give a loaded gun to a 10-year-old? Do I look crazy to you? Foreign toy makers. And
Look what I found.
shh, it may be bugged. A secret doomsday.
I am making a pie. Is this yours?
No, I don't trust pies. The intelligentsia, who are the puppet masters of the psycho.
I am on the
what's
road
its-
crew. This is Stop being crazy and tell me where the Milkman is.
Oh, you think I'm crazy? What if I'm the only one who's sane? All those stupid crows!
Yeah, you made your point there, Boyd. The rest of the figments were mostly just inside of houses that I needed to ransack properly. But the one that I was most, curious about was another 8-point figment, which meant that it was somewhere very, very, very dangerous. Here. It was here. This is really hard to get without dying. Just remember, there's a guy who likes to live on the edge. Son of a... I did not mean for that to be a pun.
I am a skilled phone repairer.
Come work on the phone lines with us.
Alright. Now we're actually headed towards the Milkman.
Can you hear me?
Now, these power lines happen to contain almost all the figments in this half of the level. In theory, it is possible to do the neat little jumping back and forth thing, but as you can see, just fly clean over that one. So what I actually prefer to do is just ride one rail all the way to the end, then jump on the other one and ride back. A lot simpler. Actually, that's a lie. I prefer to jump on one rail and then kill myself. And then just ride the other one to the end.
I am a skilled phone repairer.
I like to shoot people. Come work on the phone lines with us.
Unfortunately, I happen to leave one figment up on that other side. But in a small bit of fortune, not that hard to get to, and, well, I don't need to kill myself again. Now you can see here that there is evidence of milk. A milk bottle, a tree, more milk bottles, and these, I'm not entirely sure what that is. But there are also cookies, so... We've mostly cleared the level. All that's left is... to go in here. Let's knock.
Coming! Ah!
Okay.
Just a minute! It better not be that creepy guy again. Ah! Coming! It better not be that creepy guy again. Who is it? Hello? Ah!
What you actually have to do is just, get invisible and sneak past her. I've heard that it's possible to do this without invisibility and without, glitching through the door. But I, for the life of me, have never managed it. I mean, hell, you can tell that I didn't even manage it when I was invisible.
Coming! Gosh, I sure hope someone is there this time. Who is it?
Okay, for real.
Hello?
Let's go.
Aha!
Oh, hello there. Have you come to pay for your rainbow treats? We knew you would. Won't you join us in our Rainbow Squirt Pledge of Purpose?
To promote niceness, to make the world prettier, to share candy with everyone, to obfuscate the true nature of the Milkman, to protect the Milkman at all costs. To destroy all who would harm the Milkman or threaten to reveal his secret objective.
Go, girls! Protect the milk! Do not follow! The milk is not ready, and you are not ready for the milk! I told you not to follow. Now you must die! But that is the way of the Rainbow Squirts!
Oh boy.
Milk for you!
The redhead. As Boyd tried to warn us. The woman tossing her cookies, as it were.
Have some cookies!
As per usual, with Psychonauts bosses in general, she is not difficult or tricky in the slightest. She'll just jump between these three separate legs, and you can hit it with a Psy Blast as soon as you're in range. It's also possible to just kind of wait near the middle and chain your Psy Blasts off of her boxes as she throws them. In fact, this is just a lot simpler.
This box is for... Enough! It's time for me to pluck out your eyes!
Ha! You can't! That is the purpose of the goggles.
Fine! Then I'll do this. Hope you can see enough. Because I can!
Oh, marvelous. Fortunately, she has lobbed at us the God's Eye, apparently, which is one of her little arts and crafts shurikens.
Box is free!
And through use of the God's Eye, we can see through
For you!
her eyes.
Must have heard me breathing!
I'm pretty sure it's possible to defeat her without having used the clairvoyance trick here. Although there's really no point.
Cookies!
Especially when you can just chain attack straight off the cookie box that she throws.
No milk for you! Lucky shot!
Do so quickly, or she will begin lobbing those arts and crafts shuriken at you. I wish I had a better name for that, but it's completely escaped me right now.
But how could he see in the dark? Treats for you! Lucky shot!
And at this point, well, it's basically over.
Die! No milk for you! This box is free!
What have you done? He wakes!
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
And the sea shall run white with his rage.
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious. Special delivery today. I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
Boyd? Are you okay?
Time for the final delivery to this address.
Hey, is that milk regular kind? Or the exploding dream kind?
It's fortified with what the world wants. What the world deserves.
Are you sure you don't want to just talk about this, Boyd?